Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing fantastic. This is a collective reading. Beginning of Scorpio season. Got the runes out. I'll draw into the runes. Ancestors, spirits, guys, what would you like to tell us today? For all who are watching now and in the future. Tewas in reverse. This is like a place of inaction. I'm feeling like this feeling of defenselessness. What is that? I believe it's like so it's the warrior energy, the god Tu or Tyr, right? And it's an arrow pointing up, but it's actually in the reverse. So we're gonna read the reverse. Kibo, what are you doing? Okay. Ooh. The danger is that through hasty or ill-timed action, energy leaks out or is spilt away. Kibo, there she goes. If an association is short-lived, do not grieve, but know that it has fulfilled its span. Matters of trust and confidence are at issue here, and with them the authenticity of your way of being in the world. This is a rune of powerful energy. Reversed, Tewas calls for examining your motives. Is it self-conquest with which you are concerned, or are you trying to dominate another? Are you lusting after outcomes, or are you focused on the task for its own sake? You will find the answers within yourself, not in outside evidence. When you consult the runes, you are consulting yourself. This is the action proper to the spiritual warrior. It's not just the runes, right? It's also the tarot. Like when we come here, a lot of channels focus on the other and what's going on in the other, because a lot of times we're lusting after outcomes, right? A lot of times we're maybe like even inadvertently or unintentionally trying to control another, and sometimes we need to learn to really self-reflect. Like if you're there's a lacking in a situation, or we're trying to push too hard, maybe you're waiting to hear back from somebody. Maybe it's something to do with work, maybe it's something relational, maybe it's like a parent or a child or someone that you care about, a friend, right, a loved one, and you're trying to make something happen. Like Milo, what is happening? See what I'm saying? This energy, the like conflicts of interest, conflicts of motives, conflicts of timing. And so there's like this, again, this feeling of defenselessness, ill-timed action, energy leaks out. Are you lusting after outcomes or trying to control another? The person that we need to control really is ourselves. And I find myself in the, we all do. We can all be there where we would like to see something happen, or, or something isn't happening and it's draining us. So like there could be either end of that, right? Like, are you 333? Are you overwhelmed when someone pushes you too quickly? And conversely, are you overwhelmed when something doesn't move fast enough? Where does that energy leak out, right? It's like how things are moving. It's like trying to go 55 miles an hour in third gear isn't really going to work. That's not what third gear is suited for. But sometimes we do need to go 55 miles an hour, so the gears need to be shifted, or the speed needs to be changed, right? And those two things happening simultaneously are going to cause a lot of wear and tear on the engine. They're going to cause a lot of wear and tear on your car. That's coming through. It's as a metaphor, but I mean, take it how it resonates. I don't know if anybody even drives a stick anymore. The old timers like me. But one of the things that driving a stick does is it gives you more control over your vehicle, right? So that you can guide your way a little bit more. And you guys, like, I am accidentally, while I'm doing this, I started to mix this deck up. It's always facing the same way, and now it's mixed. So There's something to that. There's something to that. Ill-timed action, energy leaks or spills away. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get the thing to happen? Sometimes it's about patience, and sometimes it's about learning, like that. It's time to move. Action is time. That there's something here about timing. Ancestors, spirits, guides, what else would you like to tell us about this situation? What would you like the collective to know? We get, cowardice. Look, defenselessness. Look, 7 of Wands in the reverse. Cowardice. And I'm hearing, you never know where a bolt of lightning. You never know where a bolt of lightning is going to strike. But we do now, Doc, because he knew that the lightning was going to strike the clock tower. I'm talking about Back to the Future. This reference about the clock tower and him going back in time and knowing when and where that was going to happen. So he was able to harness and capture that power and get himself back to where he needed to be. And it was all about the timing, right? And being brave in doing that. Like letting that, maybe there's like, okay, so sometimes it's brave to let down our defenses, and sometimes it's brave to have to hold them up. And again, there's like this idea of like conflicts of interest. Somebody might be needing to do one thing, somebody might be needing to do something else. Let's get some more information on that, Spirit. Yeah, the opposite. I'm hearing the opposite is courage. Abundance, 3 of Cups. And this could have to do with your community. This could have to do with like who supports you, who doesn't support you, and can there be support through different modalities of operation, right? They're all like working together here, holding hands, doing these things. And I've been looking into 3-phase power, which is like the electricity source is like what all the grids are based on, and they're these 120-degree offset shifts that let there be a positive, let's not say positive and negative, even though in the electric terms that's what it would be. Let's say like a north, a south, and a neutral, right? A center, it's a positive, a negative, and a neutral. And because they each get their equal turn in the thing, it doesn't overload the circuit, and all of the power goes where it needs to go. It's an alternator, right? So I think there's something about that. Like alternators, cars. If you need to check your car, because this metaphor is coming through. Like a lot of mobility things. Like where are you going? How can you get there? Strength, and again with this courage, strength that says passion on it. What drives you? Both of these are Leo cards. This could have something to do with the matter of the heart and how it affects your confidence, right? And again, whether that be in a relationship with another human being, a relationship with yourself, with a situation, with how you handle things. Maybe you love your work, and how is having to let down your defenses and be brave in doing that. A release of passion. How does that help? Mirroring collect community, right? Help you relate to people around you and relate to friends. And there's something here about not wanting to let down your defenses or being afraid to let down your defenses, maybe because of previous experiences, or you're trying to sway something to go in a certain direction. And what it's asking you or us here to do is like there's a lot of abundance if you're brave enough to go out there and be with people in the world and try it out, right? Like there's like this not like the people that you feel good with, the people who support you and people who aren't pushing you, and again like that you don't feel pushed by, but also you don't feel like they're dragging you through the mud. One more, Spirit, one more. Change. And look at the yin yang in the middle of that infinity symbol. And the infinity is the 8 that was on the bottom. And then look, 7 of swords in the reverse. So the truth has to come out. And it doesn't have to be like you're finding out a truth about someone else, which you very well may. But I think in this case, you're really finding out a truth about yourself here, about how you're handling situations. 2 sevens. And then we've got this balancing act here, and it says crisis. In the upright it says strife, and in the reverse it says crisis. And I often say that it's like, is this a crisis? Like, if you're like, it's an existential crisis, it's a midlife crisis. It's like, is it really a crisis? You know, like assessing that situation, and does it, you know, like, does pushing it too far lead it into that realm? Like trying to push it where it needs to go, too soon, right? Robbing itself of the authenticity puts it into an existential crisis. Will it be able to exist through this? Will you be able to exist with it through this, right? And the balancing act that comes through this, it's demanding change, it's demanding equilibrium. Because it's like, here the people, look, they're like coming for him. They're like coming for him. Let's look at him in the upright. Let's look at him in the upright. Here they all come. He's about to like get pushed off the edge here, right? And this guy's standing his ground, and he's like, hey, wait. There's like something about strategy here. Here it's like letting down those defenses makes you feel like everything is going to come at you, or pushing too hard lets everything come at you. It's like using your strength against you here. Let's get, it says Moon in Aquarius. I'm going to get some Caroline Miss archetype cards. I'm going to put this over here so I can see it. Ancestors, spirits, guides. Tell us about this cowardice, please. Tell us about this ill-timed action. What is to our benefit? What is holding us back? What is leading us? What do we need to be on the lookout? Look at God in the reverse. Tear. Listen, this is about not having faith in the process. And I am the first to tell you, when someone says that sometimes, because it's like, does the process know I'm having faith in it, right? Tear, the God tear, warrior energy. Here it is, coming out in the reverse. Just like deer, just like Tewas here. It says the light attribute is benevolence, compassion. The word compassion is also on here, right? Passion, compassion coming through, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. Damn, wow. Recognize that internal force within yourself and others. Then, in the reverse, it says despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Wow, damn. So if someone is, again, pushing you further than you'd like to go quicker than you'd like to be in order to control the outcome of the situation, right? This is not only causing conflict, but there's like a level of like, you know, sadness. Like it feels like it could be cruelty if they know that's how you feel, and they're still like that kind of sucks. And very vice versa. If you need to move, if you need clarity, if someone is dragging the thing out just to keep an emotional response or to keep you as an option, you know, like, we might hire you. Well, I mean, should I go get a different job? Well, we'll get back to you soon. We're looking at some other candidates. Go look elsewhere. Or find yourself doing other things, because like that in of itself is wrong. They should say, yes, we would like to hire you, or no, we're not looking at that right now. If it's somebody going through this process, like I feel like it's like a kid asking a parent something, maybe later, until the kid doesn't even want to do it anymore. You just like crush their dreams in baseball because you said maybe later, and now they don't even want to play. And every time they think of baseball, they think of like this stagnancy, and it's totally robbed the whole thing. Do you see what I'm saying? There has to be an equality here. There has to be some sort of like benevolence coming through. This is the spirit trying to tell you, like, what speed are you trying to work at here? Where do we need to slow down? Where do we need to speed up? And is it because of having to try to control someone else or something else? Or do we need to control ourselves here? Right? Recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. Force is action. Force is work. It wants to do work. Force is energy that wants to do work. It's like the amount of push it gets. Interesting. And 7-7 being with the God. Look, exorcist coming out on the bottom. It says, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Gosh, do I love that image. And then on the bottom, the shadow, fear of facing your own demons. Cowardice. The truth. This is getting deep, you guys. Of course it is the beginning of Scorpio season. What else would we expect? What else would we expect? Okay, so we got God and the Exorcist out here. We're going to leave those out. I've got animal spirits here, and then we're going to get a note from Hafiz, and then we're going to close up this reading because I'm really feeling like it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty straight to the point. Here, we need some resolve, Spirit. Please give us some direction. Please give us some guidance as to how we can resolve this, which way we can take it, how we can ease our minds, how we can get ourselves back into the place of good action, God action, ancestors, spirits. It's too many. We need a direct answer, please. Something clear. Trust the magic, White Raven. Trust the magic. Number 66. I say trust the process. Does the process know that we're trusting it? And here it is right here. Yes, it does. 6-6, our relationships with others. Balanced. Dream the world into being. Can we have one more, please, Spirit? Can we have one more animal spirit? We're trusting the process. We hear you. We love you. We're grateful to you. Thank you for removing these shadows. Thank you for showing us where we need to be brave. Thank you for showing us where we need to open ourselves to love. Thank you for presenting us with these things. What's it say? Koi fish, there is always enough. No fear. Haven't said that in a long time, Dan. Remember those t-shirts? And then those t-shirts turned into a slogan for something that was really difficult. That's a no fear. Is something someone says every single time after something that really picks at those fear spaces. And the lack is there is always enough. Koi fish. It's the magic in that, right? Trust in the process. Don't be afraid, because it's time for a beginner mind, porcupine. And again, there's those defensive mechanisms, right? And letting down those defenses. And it's a 3-6. And this is a 4-8, you guys. 12-12-9. Yeah. 3-3-9. It's all this balance here, creativity, abundance, what is coming through here, the need to be brave and to find that balance, right? Ooh, starfish, be open to the infinite possibility. I'm hearing you'll know when the timing is right. You'll know when the timing is right, so don't push it. And if there's something that needs to come or go from your life right now, that's timely. If there's, you know what I mean? Like if you need to move faster and something is draining you, holding you back, and that's affecting your self-worth, your confidence, your ability to trust yourself, right? Then trust yourself and know that feeling and that push, like maybe there's something there. What is it? Do you need to slow down? Do you need to calm down? Or is it like, no, it's time to go. It's like a pressing issue and this person's like dragging, you know what I mean? And if you're dragging and it's because you're afraid to take that step, that is also something that really needs to be considered, because you could be not just holding yourself back, but other situations, and draining the energy and life force out of something that's meant to be good for you. What are you trying to do here? It's going to be different for each one of you. It's going to ring a little different for each one of you. Sorry. I just hit Bear Bear in the face with this card of its elephant on it, and it says keep the faith. Look, God is here. Keep the faith. Trust the process and establish priorities. On the bottom here. Good advice, Spirit. Keep the faith. And then I opened it to decide for yourself, number 33. We're not going to read that one. We're going to read keep the faith. And the choice is yours. Ugh. Faith turns into experience. And there is something I have seen that would make even the most sophisticated atheists sing, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, indeed there is a God. We hear you, Spirit. Thank you. If it didn't open, it's not your door. But this doesn't mean you should quit knocking. Keep showing up. Keep knocking. Faith is the awareness that you're not alone on this journey. Another travels with you, inside you, and that one urges you to stay true to your visions. The doors that are yours will open as easily as butterflies unfurling its wings. One moment, an impossibility of cocoon and chrysalis. The next moment, wonder, awe, color, flight. Ooh. Stay open to the possibilities, for sure. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe. And thank you for coming back and visiting us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.